Tally is an incredibly unique platform designed to help you dig your way out of credit card debt way faster and save thousands of dollars in the process. But is this platform truly worth it, and can it actually save you time and money when getting out of credit card debt? Well, today, let's find out. All right, let's jump right into it. What is going on, everyone? I hope you are all having a fantastic day. So, I've spent a lot of time on the channel talking about the importance of using credit cards properly by paying them off on time, every single month, and not overspending as well. But unfortunately, that's not the case for a lot of people, and if you're watching this video, then that might not be the case for you. So, if you have gotten yourself into a mountain of credit card debt, first I want to say, take a deep breath. It's going to be all right, and you are not alone. And the platform we're looking at in today's video might actually be able to help you out quite a lot. So let's take a look at how the Tally platform works, but first I want to clarify that there is an affiliate link down in the description where you can sign up for Tally if you do want to help support my channel. However, as you have all come to expect, this is going to be the fully open and honest review that I always give on my channel. Okay, so the way that the Tally platform works can get a little bit confusing, and I've seen a lot of questions and confusion surrounding the platform online in researching this video. So first I want to explain what Tally is in the most basic and easy to understand way that I can. So first of all, when you sign up for Tally, they are going to review your credit history, including all of the lines of credit that you have and the balance and interest rates on each of those that you owe. From there, their fancy computer algorithm is going to determine whether or not you are eligible for a line of credit through Tally, and if so, how much are they able to give you? And if approved, they are essentially going to offer you a line of credit to pay off your existing debts. Now, just wait, before you go firing away in the comment section, I understand that the big question here is why in the world would I take out a loan to pay off a loan? And that is a very valid question that actually took a lot of research on my end to truly get to the bottom of. So the ultimate goal of Tally is to hopefully offer you a lower interest rate than what you're currently paying on your various credit cards. And honestly, that shouldn't be too difficult in most situations because credit cards are notorious for charging ridiculous interest rates that can easily go as high as 20% or more. Now, they are not able to guarantee that they will get you a lower interest rate, so obviously you will want to take a look at the interest rate that you're currently paying and compare that to the offer that Tally gives you. But in most cases, they are going to come out ahead, which depending on your situation and your numbers, that could easily save you thousands and thousands of dollars in the long term. In fact, Tally actually estimates that its average Tally Plus member saved $4,185 over just 5 years of using this platform, which is pretty nuts if you think about it. So for the sake of simplicity, let's say you've got a mountain of $10,000 of credit card debt across multiple credit cards, and your average interest rate is 24%, which is very realistic. That means that all other variables being equal, and obviously excluding any other fees that we don't know about, you would pay roughly $2,400 per year on your $10,000 of debt at a 24% interest rate. But now let's say you take out a line of credit from Tally, who pays off those credit cards, and you now simply have to pay Tally back the $10,000 at, say, a 14% interest rate. Well, again, assuming all other variables stay exactly the same, you would now owe roughly $1,400 in interest on your $10,000 of debt throughout a full year, meaning in this example, you saved $1,000 of interest that you would otherwise be paying to the credit card providers had you not used Tally to basically refinance your credit cards. Now again, this is just one very rough example, and there are tons of other variables that you need to take into account and consideration before actually making a decision on whether or not Tally is able to help you get rid of your credit card debt. But thankfully, Tally does have a really easy to use debt calculator on their website where you can easily input every credit card that you have, including the balance and current interest rates, and they can immediately give you a rough estimate on how much you can save by using Tally. And what I love most about this feature is if they don't think that they're able to save you money, then they are happy to just let you know that straight away, which is probably good to know up front because again, the goal here is to save money and get out of debt faster. So outside of the financial savings that this platform will hopefully be able to offer you depending on your numbers, the other huge advantage is obviously the fact that you now only have to make one individual payment to Tally rather than keeping track of multiple payments that you've probably been juggling for multiple credit cards and other lines of credit as as well. And hopefully this means that you'll be able to consistently make those on-time payments, which will be good for your credit score factors in the long term. Plus, if you opt for Tally Plus, which we'll talk more about in a second, they're actually able to effectively lower your APR by around 4% after you make 12 on-time payments, which if you do the math, that is a pretty substantial benefit if you have a large amount of debt. All right, so hopefully you are following me so far, and essentially, while Tally doesn't consider themselves to be a debt consolidation service, it is going to work in a very similar way, in the sense that they are taking multiple debts, in this case credit cards, that you may be juggling, and they are consolidating it under one easy-to-use platform, and hopefully saving you some money in the process. A few things I want to clarify before we get into the different account options and prices though. If you are approved by Tally for a line of credit that is larger than all of your credit card debts combined, then Tally is going to immediately pay off the entire balance of all of those cards, which in my opinion is really the ideal situation, because then all of those debts are immediately repaid and taken care of, and you just have to pay back Tally, again under one platform. But where things often get a little misconstrued by others looking at this platform is if you are approved for a line of credit that is less than your total balance of all of your credit cards combined. In that case, you're only able to pay down your debts up to the amount that you are approved by Tally. I know that's getting a little bit confusing, so hang with me for a second. If you have $5,000 of credit card debt and you're approved for a $5,000 line of credit from Tally, then they will immediately pay off all of those different accounts, and your $5,000 of debt will be gone, and you now have to pay back Tally. So you still have $5,000 of debt, but again, hopefully your interest rate is now lower, and you only have to pay in one place. However, say you have that same $5,000 of credit card debt, but Tally is only able to approve you for a $2,000 line of credit. Well, what that means is they are able to pay off $2,000 of your $5,000 of debt immediately, and then as you pay Tally back, they are able to apply more and more money to your existing credit card balance. But again, even in that slightly more confusing situation, it is still consolidating all of that into one place to kind of remove that hassle for you, so that you just have to pay Tally, and they are going to take care of all of the rest of it for you. The reason I'm spending so much time on this is because I've seen a lot of people talking online about how it makes no sense to pay 25% on a credit card and pay Tally 15%, and that suddenly means that you're paying 40% interest. That is not how this platform works, but I understand that it does get a little bit confusing depending on your situation and the line of credit that Tally is able to offer you. But again, it is super easy to walk through the entire process, see if they are able to help you out using that free debt calculator, and then make an informed decision from there on whether or not this will truly save you money in the long term. All right, enough about all of that. How much is this going to cost? Well, there are actually two versions of Tally, the first of which being Tally Basic. However, depending on how much credit card debt you have, they also offer Tally Plus, which offers a larger line of credit than you would get with the Tally Basic, as well as a member discount applied monthly to your principal balance, which comes at a price of $25 per month or $300 for the entire year. Now, $25 per month might sound like a lot, and you're right, it is if you compare that to some of the other monthly payments that many of us are currently paying. And you might also say that it's ridiculous for someone who has a ton of debt to pay a monthly fee for a service like this. However, I want to remind you that Tally Plus is for those individuals who have accrued a ton of credit card debt, like tens of thousands of dollars in some cases, and with Tally Plus, they typically are able to offer a line of credit ranging anywhere from between $2,000 to $25,000. That's a pretty big range, but the reason I mention this to you is if you have a substantial amount of credit card debt, say $10,000 or more, and you're paying maybe 24% interest, then just like we talked about earlier, you'd be paying roughly $2,400 per year just in interest payments, which is why it is so difficult for individuals to dig their way out of mountains of credit card debt. But if Tally Plus is able to offer you a large enough loan to pay off that entire $10,000 balance, and you now only have to pay, say, 14% interest, well, in that example, you'd be saving $1,000 in interest alone, so suddenly $25 per month or $300 for the entire year makes a lot of sense, since for $300 a year, you're basically saving $1,000. Again, I know that there are so many different variables and combinations to consider, so I would definitely recommend playing around with that debt calculator, and if you're really feeling hopeful about Tally, then go ahead and apply, see what they are able to actually offer you, because only then will you truly be able to crunch all of the numbers and get a proper understanding of whether or not this platform is going to save you time and and money in the long run. It really depends on your situation, but for the sake of simplicity, I will say that if Tally is able to offer you a large enough line of credit to pay off all of your existing credit card debt at a lower interest rate, then this is kind of a no-brainer regardless of the numbers. But if you've already created a financial mess with your credit cards, then there is something to be said for consolidating it under one platform, hopefully getting a lower interest rate in the process, and getting some other advantages as well that Tally is able to offer, like an easy-to-use interface and late fee protection, just to name a few. So if you are not currently in credit card debt, then let's definitely keep it that way. But if you have gotten yourself into a bit of a financial mess with your credit cards, then don't worry, it's gonna be okay. And I would definitely recommend that you check out Tally and crunch the numbers and see if they are able to help you save money and time on your credit card debt. Again, if you do want to sign up for the platform, then I will leave a link down in the description below where you can do so and help support my channel, which as always, I really appreciate. If you did get value out of this content and you want to help support me, the easiest way to do that is by checking out Tally and letting me know what you think of this platform down in the comment section below. And of course, by hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future. As always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it so much. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.